What's up, African Superstar family? It's Gina Ifoe, the one and only African superstar. Thank you for being back again. Make sure that you like the stream. Make sure that you subscribe to our channel. Share this video with your friends if you are so compelled. Big shout outs to the customers at AfricanSuperstar.com. Big shout outs to those of you that made your purchase last week for the Black to School collection. I believe they have already shipped out, so please do send me an update of the pictures when you receive your new backpack. Also, big shout outs to members only who support this platform on a monthly basis. I've also prepared a special video for you in the communities tab, so please check community tab and respond to my request. Big shout outs to my subscribers that are in the building. This is a subscriber only chat. So you would need to be subscribed to the channel to leave a message in the box. If you're here, please don't hesitate to greet me and say hello. I want to talk about some people grew up hungry, which is why they will always beg for bread. Some of you guys have probably known people or met people in your lifetime that it seems like they're always reverting back to a previous experience. They're always reverting back to the past. You know, this is very common, especially in people that have experienced like trauma or have been homeless or abused or, maybe foster care or whatever. They always revert back to that, even when they get to a position in life where, they have, for all intents and purposes, they have overcome that. Big shout outs to you, Anonymous. How are you doing? Thank you for stopping in. And this, in short, is why there are a lot of issues among our people, if we want to be honest. It actually starts at the root cause. We kind of touched on this on my earlier live stream about a lot of the things that we see exhibited in our people are a direct correlation to what they have experienced in their upbringing or their childhood or in their past. And if we really want to see cognizant change, we've got to focus on doing things right from the root. The reality is a lot of people that are pre-existing, unless they're willing to do the legwork on themselves, they are at lost cause, because the damage that has been done to them is so significant that it will be difficult to undo. And even people aren't even at the point in their life where they recognize what I'm talking about today, which is when you grow up hungry, now put yourself in the position. Some of us, you've been hungry. Okay. I know Anonymous has been hungry. I know Blind Guy, his wife, their life, she's been hungry. I've been hungry. You know what it feels like. Some of you people have experienced, hunger, or poverty, homelessness. It's a desperate sensation, I reckon, and it does something to you psychologically. And even as you get older, you get to the position where you have an abundance, you always have something to eat. You're always thinking about potentially getting back to that problem, and you don't want that to happen, so they never get out of it. I knew, for instance, one of my previous landlords, he expressed to me one day, we were talking, he told me that he grew up very, very poor, that his family grew up very poor because he was very cheap, and he explained to me that, he was just really tight with money because he had experienced never having it. When you identify these people, guys, just be mindful of what you are dealing with. When people demonstrate to you that they have these issues, you can't solve the issue for them. Okay, big shout outs, D's Village. What's up, family? Thank you for stopping by. I see a few of you in the chat room already. Don't be shy. It is a subscriber only chat. So big shout outs to all of our subscribers here today. I hope you enjoy your privileges of a subscriber only chat room. When people have voids and lacks in their life, you can't fill it for them. What's up, Mr. Mike Joseph? I see you there, brother. Thank you so much. If any of you guys have dealt with these kind of folks, some of the ladies, I mean, have you ever dealt with a man who is really jealous? Or a man who's insecure? For the fellas, if you've ever dealt with a lady who's insecure, I don't care how many compliments you give her. I don't care if you buy her gifts, if you give her quality time. You can never quench their internal issues. Okay, when you grow up hungry, you will always beg for bread. Unfortunately, a lot of our people in the West are in these circumstances. The way that the chaos that they have experienced through their formative years is now displaying and exhibiting itself in their adulthood, and they are a lost cause. The solution to all of this is we have to start from the beginning. I'll use a correlation to, for instance, Noah's Ark. You guys know I've talked about it a few times. It is a really good life lesson, essentially, about how someone knows that the end is near. He's trying to warn people. Nobody listens. And in the end, it's just him and his family that are able to escape to safety. But when I'm talking about Noah's Ark in this context, I'm talking about the starting over. Okay? In the case of that, parable, Noah and his family started over with their family, okay, which I think was like Noah and a couple of his kids or whatever, and 2 species of all the animals, male and female. All right. And they did that so they could start over and reproduce, which means that the Pan-African community, you don't need to get frustrated because you don't feel that you have the numbers. You don't got to get frustrated because you feel like people around you don't get it and all that stuff. You only need another person to reproduce out here and duplicate your mentality. That is just our responsibility, guys. If we want to break it down to the most finite point of what we can do in this grand scheme, that is it. We can reproduce, we can share our mentality for the future, and that's it. Everything else is bonus. That's all it takes. Some of you guys want a 1,000,000-man march. You want all your friends and family to be on board. You want hundreds and thousands and millions of people to relocate to the continent. That may not be realistic. But you can do what you can do because of this fact, because of the title of this video. When people grow up hungry, a lot of these people are gone. They're gone. It's a lost cause. We can't get through to them. And if you think about it logically, when someone has, for instance, been brainwashed, or exposed to something, or they have already a habit, or they already have an outlook on life, it's very, very difficult to change that. That's why prevention is better than a cure. For instance, we're doing a huge disservice to our children by allowing our children to be educated the same way that we were educated. And they're not going to get woke until they're 30 or 40 years old. And by then, you see what I'm saying? Instead of starting from the ground up, what we have seen to be true in our lives and what we have experienced, we have an obligation to forewarn, at least at minimum, the people in our direct household. In my opinion, that's a huge part of why the diaspora goes through what the diaspora goes through, is because we're out here on our own. We're out here trying to find a path. We're not prepared, by our families or society in the way that we should go. We're groomed to go into a system that doesn't work. Folks, we're changing course at this point of our lives, and it takes a lot of work. There are even some people that have started this with us that have reverted back to the old path because it's just easier. Big shout outs. Blind Guy, his wife, their life. She says, old habits die hard. We don't have to have our children follow our hardship. Absolutely. I hear all the time, experience is the best teacher. Listen. That is a flawed mentality. Okay, wisdom, actually, all right, wisdom, in the name of Mr. Wisdom, who's in the building, Wisdom is seeing things. Actually, the Bible says, I'm on the Bible today, Most Africans know the Bible front and backwards, but it says, a wise man, sees the danger before him and avoids it. Okay? It doesn't say a wise man takes all the pitfalls to experience life. A wise man goes through hardships to learn the lesson. No, this says the wise man sees the danger. It means perception. It means proactiveness. You saw it and you did something. You didn't take the fall like the other people that went before you. That's wisdom. So this whole experience is the best teacher. Guys, we let our kids and our loved ones go through unnecessary strife. We know the outcome. We know the outcome and we still allow them to go down that path and waste time. And actually, some people never make it out. Some people never make it out when they go in seeking experience. What's up to the family, guys? I see you in the building. If you're here, leave me something nice in the chat and I will greet you. Big shout outs to my moderators and all the subscribers that are here. I'm talking about this. This is this is a thought-provoking message because I actually had a conversation with someone earlier this week, and they were remarking about how I'm extremely calm, that they've never seen me get angry and I'm always collected. And I basically told them that this truth. And when you know certain irrefutable universal truths, it should give you some peace of mind because, first of all, you know that it's not you. What a lot of our people are experiencing and even how they treat us and how they interact with us is not our fault. It's a product of them and their lives and the situations they've been in. We are the people that they happen to be, unleashing themselves on, but we're not the cause. Okay? So when you understand that, and then when you also understand that a person who's hungry, who grew up hungry, is always going to beg for bread. The probability is that that person is going to be a lot like their upbringing, unless they consciously break it. They have to consciously say, I'm not going to let this thing direct my path. But a lot of people, are direct products of their inception. It is what it is, guys. And like I said, when you understand these things, you can exercise SMP. Strategy, maturity, and patience. You won't be getting caught up in unnecessary conversations and situations. You won't be, because you understand it. When you see these kind of people, you know what time it is. And because if you don't, for instance, you can waste a lot of time investing in that person. You can waste a lot of emotional energy hoping for that person to get on board with you, hoping for them to go the pathway that you need them to go. But when you know what it is, you can recognize it on the onset, you're going to save yourself time. So big shout outs to you guys. This isn't a long one. This is a thought I was simply having that I wanted to share with the channel. I always promote you guys to be very fruitful and productive in the things that you do. And one of the things that is definitely not fruitful and productive is misallocating your energy, resources, and investments. You need to be very, very careful with those things. You need to make sure that where you are exerting those things and depositing those things is going to be a productive thing for you, not unproductive. You keep pouring into some people that are unfortunately defective, and don't know they're defective and aren't in the process of getting out of that situation. You are just basically, you might as well just be pouring a bottle of water. I thought I had one nearby. You're basically just pouring it on the ground, because they can't receive what you're giving. They can't reciprocate what you're giving. And that's it. You're using your hard-earned resources on these kind of folks. So big shout outs, African Superstar family. Thank you so much for stopping by today. Please make sure that you like, share, and subscribe this video, like I said. Also, head over to my website, theafricansuperstar.com. Check out my Black to School collection. I'm bringing out my African Superstar X Ghana collection in about 2 weeks. So you would definitely want to see it. It's ultra super dope. I've been hard at work behind the scenes trying to make some things happen. So, you know, I'm very proud of my new collection, very proud of my products. You know, they're just amazing. So please head over to the African Superstar and check it out. Also, big shout outs to our members only who are designated by the circle next to their name. I put a special video for you in the community tab. Please do check that and respond. I appreciate you supporting our platform on a monthly basis. Big shout outs to you. And hey, if you're not subscribed to the channel, you gotta be. You need to be. I mean, at least to be up in our chat room, you got to be. It's a requirement. So you won't want to miss out. I will see you guys again very, very soon. Until we meet again, stay Black and true. If you ain't Black, just stay true. For those of you who want to check out my backpack collection, I will run the advert directly following this video. Until we meet again.